Success lives where most people don't want to go. She's in those early mornings and late nights. Where it's so dark out, the water is brighter than the sky. Going over your gear 1,000 times, making sure it's just right. Success lives here.
We are hover fishing, or hoover fishing would be the original name for it, which comes from basically the boat, you're the bobber. The boat's the bobber, you're the bobber. If you imagine a bobber floating down the river and starts bouncing and sinks, that's when we're going to want to set the hook.
All right.
Set the hook too soon, you're going to miss the fish.
We want to let them eat the bait.
Let them eat it, and most of the time they'll just swallow it.
Gotcha.
Most of the time, about 85% of the time. 2 ounces of lead, 42 inches a leader with a 2-aught hook.
What kind of hooks you using today?
These are the, what is that, Marudo or semi-barbless.
So fortunately this year, I got invited to go hover fishing for the first time. Never did it, and went out with a great guide by the name of Guthrie, and we were gonna go hover fishing for salmon in the mouth of the Klickatat River, actually on the Columbia right in front. You know, you're up in the Columbia River Gorge, so you have high plateau, steep, sided cliffs on each side of the river. Where ancient glaciers came through and carved out the Columbia River. Just a new experience for me, and any new experience in fishing is exhilarating, that's for sure.
So when you drop down, these are line counters. All day I'm gonna be telling you a number, and this bottom, depending on the wind too, kind of blows you off the line a little bit. I'm gonna be trying to keep the boat as straight as can, keep the lines vertical. And that, like I said, the number, so I'll say 23. You look at the reel, it's very important that you are at that depth. If not, you'll be dragging bottom. You'll catch sturgeon, we don't want to catch sturgeon. Your line, your rod angle is important as well. So pay attention when we're fishing. You want to keep your rod when you're sitting down, just like this, off the side of the boat. If you're up here like this, obviously that changes your depth. If you're lower, so I have that 5 feet on my counters, and I've established that by sticking the rod in the rod holder when the boat's out of the water and making sure that bait's about a foot off the bottom. When the fish bite, they're gonna thump it. We've got pea mouths up here. They're little fish about this big, and they sit there and they peck. Your rod will feel like it shakes. It's not a salmon, I promise. Salmon, when they grab it, they'll hit it a couple times. It may go flat, but when it starts to pull down, that's when you want to set the hook. And you want to set the hook, and you're going to want to reel on them. They almost always come straight up to the boat. They feel like they're about that big, and then they'll start fighting you. If we hook a fish on this side of the boat, I want everybody to reel them in. I want you to stay fishing on the opposite side until I say reel them up. If that fish goes under, it'll tangle them up. Doubles, triples are very common hover fishing. So have a good chance of hooking another fish if we keep lines in the water. go and reel up this rod here and then come take this from me, Dan. So stop it, so pull some line off of it.
Here, I'll take that rod. Go ahead and get that rod back there.
You guys, okay? Just when you don't come up past parallel and then reel down. If he wants to go, let him go. If he goes under the boat, I want you to go all the way down the water. I want you to stay right here on the rail. Just, okay. Okay, go ahead and reel up on that side, guys. Quick. Okay, reel down. You want to reel up, Mike. Once he gets up close, he'll take off one more time. So when you get up to, when I tell you to lift, I want you to just lift the rod and turn his head right to the net for me. He'll reel down. Don't stop, just reel it down into the water. Okay, and lift up nice and slow. Pull the rod over that way. Okay, reel down again. Okay, lift up, lift.
Boom, just like that.
I'll be honest with you, I farmed a fish or two off.
Oh, mother.
You know, it's my first time, and you know, I don't know what to expect. I've never done it before, but you know, I was excited, and you know, to see, you really didn't even see the bite, but you had to feel the bite, at least for me. And you know, you had that little tap, 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 and I wanted to rip on its face real hard. You can really feel that bite, and then you get that anticipation of getting ready to set that hook. I mean, it gets the adrenaline going for sure. It was great. It was fantastic. I think for 7 of us on the boat, we actually harvested 14 legal-sized fish and 2 jacks. I gotta say, Kenny was a super great guide. It was great to be able to switch places and be an actual customer rather than being a fishing guide for the day.
Would you go with Kenny again?
Oh, I'd go with Kenny in a heartbeat. Well, I mean, that's my personality, and I think most guys' personalities.
I'm just messing with you.
I let the river tell me.
Hey, they got one.
Did you bring that remote, Brian? That mute button?
Oh no, all day long.